Do Susan Boyle, the Twilight movie New Moon, and swine flu all have in common? They all made the top 10 for Google's fastest falling search terms of the past year. Other things people typed in less frequently: Circuit City, Slumdog Millionaire, Michael Jackson. Okay, let's get all through the year-end list. And to do that, we're joined by editor of PopGoesTheWeek.com, Brian Balthazar. Brian, a good morning to you. Okay, these lists and what we're just saying here, what is this telling you?
Well, it's interesting because Google, you know, people think what they're searching is private. It's really not. So we get a real sense of what people are interested in and what they're not interested in. And so as we just saw, swine flu dropped considerably. It was the illness of the year last year until August. It was like the Lady Gaga of influenza illnesses. And then it just kind of dropped off in August when it was declared not to be a pandemic any longer. But what you can really learn is also what's rising, what's really becoming popular. And I think what's interesting, number one, chat roulette. And I don't know if you know what that is, but if you have a webcam, you go to chat roulette and it randomly hooks you up with someone you have no idea who it's going to be. And so it's just kind of a way to meet interesting people. I wouldn't advise children go on it though, because some people online are a little more revealing, if you know what I mean, than you want them to be, so for better or for worse. So chat roulette actually just connects you, hit connect again, and you find someone else and someone else. iPad was number 2. I don't think that's that surprising. No, it was a tech superstar of the year. And then, of course, number 3, Justin Bieber. He's successful in spite of a horrific hairstyle. Oh my gosh. But Justin Bieber, you know, the internet made him, truly. His mom started uploading his videos on YouTube, and that's how it all started. And Nicki Minaj is number 4, and a lot of people may not know who she is, but she's had since October 7 songs on the Billboard Top 100.
I actually do know that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not that out of it.
Right.
I mean, I know the chat one, sorry, but
Nicki Minaj, yeah, so she's really big. And then, of course, lists always like who made the biggest comeback, who had the worst comeback, or the would-be comeback that never happened. And I think the best example of that is Betty White. Here's a woman, you know, who would have thought that your comeback could be in your 80s? And she was always working, truly, but a Snickers commercial at the Super Bowl prompted a Facebook campaign to make her an SNL host, and it became such a phenomenon that SNL listened and put her on. It became one of the highest-rated shows in 8 years. And, you know, who does not liking Betty White is like not liking rainbows. You know, like she's so sweet. She's sweet and funny.
Especially for that triple rainbow by
exactly.
But what about, we have comebacks. People also latch on to scandals.
Well, sure, yeah. The big scandal in the beginning of the year, Sandra Bullock was an Oscar winner looking adoringly at Jesse James.
It was painful.
Yeah, and then it was uncovered that he was having affairs, and so she emerged, though, with a lot of dignity. She really took the high road in all of this. She adopted. She continued an adoption she was already working on. And People magazine just named her Woman of the Year. I think she's a class act. And then another scandal, obviously, Charlie Sheen, who seemed to be invincible. You know, he's on the highest rated show. He's the highest paid actor. And he was in this hotel tryst with a woman, Capri Anderson, who, you know, P.S. he's getting a divorce right now, but he was with this woman allegedly doing drugs, and she's a porn star, alleged prostitute. She says, I'm not a prostitute, I'm a porn star, which is very different. You know, one requires a W-2 form. And the other one, you just take cash.